Hi everybody, it's Tammy with stampwithtammy.com, and I'm here with you with another class to go. This time we are highlighting the Web of Fun bundle. The dies, very cool dies. I didn't even use this one, and it's my favorite one. And the stamp set. And we're also featuring this, it's called Frightfully Fun DSP. I've used most of this up, but there's some really cool patterns. It's got basic white and berry vanilla, which is nice because we don't use berry vanilla very much, do we? There you have it. All right, we're gonna make 3 cards today, all featuring these products. Our first card is a simple Z-fold card. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. You score at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And then these two, let's see, this white piece is 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the DSPs are both 5 1/8 by 1 3/4. And this one is, let's measure, I don't remember. So the basic white piece is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And the DSP is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then you'll need, and I'll have all this in a PDF for those of you that purchase the class to go. Oh, and we're also featuring these really cool adhesive back dots, ghost, and bats and goats. So I don't know if you can see those. They're cute little bats. These are the bats, these are the ghosts. And then black and white dots. They're a lot of fun. So, and then we have this black ribbon. It's really shiny. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is called Iridescent Ribbon, and it's basic black. Can you guys see that? Okay, so let's get started. There is no stamping to this card at all. And so we've got it folded in half. And then to create the Z fold, you're just going to fold this backwards. Very simple, fun fold card. And then we're just going to glue a lot of stuff together. I'm sorry, that keeps moving. I probably should tape it down or something. Again, I'm using this is the glue I use, the liquid glue. But I put it in this container from Amazon, and it's just easier to control for me. Well, obviously not, because I still get it on myself. This stuff is so sticky, especially when you get it on your fingers, right? Okay, there's that. That's our focal point. This is going to go on the inside of the card. And then we're going to look at the back of that. Okay, and then this one goes the other way. Excuse me. If you didn't want the white strip in the middle, you could just make this a little bit bigger and then you wouldn't see it. So this part, I only want to glue this side, otherwise the card won't open. So I'm just going to flip it. fingers will be sticking together by the time I'm done. So there you have the basic card. And I really just wanted to highlight this fun pattern with the ghosts and the bats. And then we're going to have the boo. This is from the dies. This is the little tag, and there's the boo. And I like it because it stays together, meaning I don't have to put them back together straight. You don't need a lot of glue on these. I just try and get all the ends. Then I'm just going to put it right here. These tweezers are from the embossing toolkit, and they are a lifesaver. And then we're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm only going to use 2. Are you impressed? This is just going to go right down here. You can put it anywhere. Like I might put it up here this time so I don't cover up that really cute little. And then I'm just going to put the ribbon, and I'm just tying a knot. Very, very simple. And I'm going to pull in my new detail scissors and just cut the ends. And then I'm going to use the mini glue dots. And I just pick up the glue dot with the ribbon. Oop. I try and pick up the glue dot with the ribbon. There we go. And just stick that down there. And then to go with the ghost theme, we're just going to add some little ghost to this card. These are so stinking cute. And they're really kind of thick. Can you see that? Anyway, they're fun. So there you have it. There's the first card. Fun and simple Z-fold card. Here's the original. And let's move on to card number 2. Oh, I better cover up my glue. There we go. Okay. Card number 2. You know what? There. A little double-sided adhesive. Okay, so this card is a kind of a fun fold. I cheated. You can do it out of just one card base and then just cut away here. I just added a card. So this one is, the base is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then 4 by 5 1/4 for the next. This is 3 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So this is the little card that goes on front. The DSP is 3 by 4. And then you need a scrap of Very Vanilla for your Halloween, and then the die cut Happy. Okay, I'm going to show you how to stamp this with the stamp positioner. First, I'm just going to place my paper wherever. I'm just going to put it down with some tape. And then this is the stamp, and I'm just going to lay it on my cardstock where I want it. Then I'm going to, you want to leave room on each side for the die cut. And for this one particular one, it doesn't matter if it's straight because we are going to die cut it. Okay, then I place my small one down and just press down to pick it up without ink. Okay, now we're going to flip it upside down, ink it up with the tuxedo black, press down, and then I'm doing this because these are kind of solid. a solid word, and I want to make sure I get it dark enough. So I just lay it down again and stamp it. With the stamp positioner, it makes it so easy because it's always going to stamp in the same position, as long as you don't move your paper, okay? And then I'm going to cut this out with this die right here. It fits perfectly, and you can see that I already have it done. So let's just put this together really quick. Aren't these kitties on the other side super cute? I'm not really a cat person. I don't dislike them. I'm just kind of allergic to them, so. You know what? I forgot my inside piece. So I'm just going to cut that real quick. It's also going to be 3 by 4. So I'm just going to cut at 3. This is just a scrap of Very Vanilla. 3 by 4. If you wanted, you could stamp something in on the inside. I didn't really like the idea of the spider, so I just left it blank. This goes on the inside. And then this really cool tree. Isn't it nice? It goes on the outside. Okay, now this just goes and I want it a little off center because I want my Halloween to go off the edge. But you can put it, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't put it too close to this edge or you can't put your Halloween off, but you do you. Okay, and again, I only want it about there. So I'm just going to flip it over and then use my card as a guide. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to pull in my tweezers again. You could use the double-sided adhesive on this if you wanted to. And then all you have to do is pull off the adhesive to make it stick. But alas, I did not think of that in time, so we're gluing. And don't worry if your glue shows like that, it will dry clear. With those skinny little letters, it's hard to not get overflow. And then we're gonna go in and use some of these little bats because they too are super cute. I have my sheet upside down. Just like that. And there you have your card. Here's the original. Fun, huh? All right, this last card is really fun as well. So you're gonna need a piece of basic black that is about 4 by 4 to cut out your web. You're gonna have a piece of pumpkin pie, score at 2, 3 1/8, 5 3/8, and 6 1/2. Okay, and then you're gonna need a scrap for stamping. You're gonna need 1 piece of basic black that is 2 by 5 1/4. This is 1 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then you need 2 basic black. These are 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then 2 more DSPs. These are 1 3/4 by 5 1/8. I did all that from memory. You guys should be impressed. Okay, so let's do our stamping first. We're going to use pumpkin pie ink. And I'll warn you now, I just refilled this. And I don't have my stamps. Where are they? Where could they be? There's one. And I've got my spider out. If you guys have been to any of my in-person classes, this is totally normal. I forget stuff all the time. But anyway, I did just re-ink my pumpkin pie, so it's pretty dark. And then my very spooky. And I'm going to put this away. And then you just cut these out with the coordinating dies. There is a spider die. Oh, no, wait. This is the die I used to cut out the spider. But there is a solid, you just cut it out of cardstock. It's really cute too. And then the very spooky, I'm using the same tag. And here you have those. Okay, so let's put this together. It's not hard. So you're gonna fold this in at the 3 1/8 mark and then fold it back. And somehow I got black on here, but I'm gonna cover it up so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, I did it backwards. So you wanna fold it under and then this way. So it looks like this when it's folded down. I'm just gonna burnish my score lines a little. It ends up being a little bit smaller than a regular size card. It's only 4 by 5.5, but it fits in an envelope, which is the most important thing. Okay, so this one is the middle panel. And you've got little ghosts and bats and cats. The cats do not look scary at all, though. They're too cute. Just like that. And this is going to go right onto the middle. I usually wait to fold it until I've got them all on here. So just like that. And for this card, oh, I guess I could show you the card. This is the card we're making. And so it'll stand up like that. Okay, and for this one, I'm gonna do it with the black showing. I just wanna see what it looks like. You'll get the same DSP, so you can pick which side you like. Although, look at this little ghost. Where'd he go? Sticking his tongue out. Isn't he cute? But I'm committed now. I've already glued the other one down, so I can't change. I guess you could have 3 different patterns showing. I'm too symmetrical, though. All right. Now to do the front, we're going to first glue on the web, and you want to not glue the sides here. So again, you can just flip it over. It doesn't require a ton of glue. I just do little dots along each arm of the web. Okay, and then flip it over. And then you know what I do sometimes is I take 2 clear blocks and just lay it down. I'm going to put my glue away. I've done this whole class without my glasses. So if I watch it later and things look off, you'll know why. Okay. So I want to add my little spider and my very spooky with dimensionals. Just going to put 1 there, 2 on here. And then he's kind of upside. You kind of want to put him, I don't know, face down, because that makes his face right. So I'm just going to put him right there. It doesn't matter where you put him. Just like that. And here you have the basic card. Now I'm going to add some of these little dots. I I don't know where my take your pick tool is, or I'd be using that. But these work. All right, there you have it, card number 3. And here's the original for this one. So you can pick which one you like better. I'm not sure. I kind of like the black, but anyway, here are the other cards. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this. And if you place an order, the dates are below, $50 or more, I'll send you the card packet for free. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.